Hey guys, what's up? So, according to aliens, that we have been wrong about our mathematics about our galaxy for the last 500 years. They say that we live in an omniverse and that a lot of different aliens come from a different well. Now, what the hell does all that mean? They say that basically we say that there's different dimensions, different planes, different levels of D, 3D to 5D, this and that. They say that we kind of have that dimension thing wrong too, that there's basically different bubbles. That's what they say. Their words, not mine. They say we live in an omniverse, that we come from different wells, and that we live in different bubbles, not necessarily what we would call dimensions. Now, I believe that we are on the verge of some seriously bad times. And I believe that you will indeed see these arches crumble, and you will indeed see some very major troubles in the United States. In the middle of the United States, there have been earthquakes that have been going off and happening in very strange places, including high up in the United States, in the middle of the United States. And I believe that the New Madrid fault line is being stretched and pulled, and as being told by scientists, that it will unzip like a zipper. Now, a lot of people do not know, because they've been lied to, that radiation from the sun is what causes Earth's gravitation. The Earth's gravity is not caused by the Earth's core. It is caused by the sun's radiation enveloping over the top of us, like you see in this illustration. This is the reason there's no winds in the North Pole, because of that hole in the sun's radiation, which basically makes the North Pole a very unique and individual place. This is where the big mountain is in the center and all the rivers running, and beyond the north wind, there's no wind up there. But we're supposed to lose gravity for 7 seconds. Now, I'm assuming that a lot of people are going to think when people start lifting off the ground that this is the rapture, but I want you to take a balloon outside and see how high it's going to go in 7 seconds and think if you would survive that fall. So there's a day coming up here in the very near future that the sun's radiation is going to stop affecting Earth for 7 seconds. And I'm assuming that's because something big gets in its way, stopping its radiation flow for 7 seconds. Now, whatever that's going to be, it's going to cause us to lift off the ground and not be attached to the Earth's surface anymore. So if you happen to be out walking around, there's a very good chance that you might not make it through that day when gravity disappears for up to, and maybe even longer than, 7 seconds. A couple years ago, there was all kinds of black boxes in somebody's field. And somebody came across the field and said, "Hey, what are all those boxes for?" And they said, "Well, I'm not too sure. Somebody leased the land from me and they paid me a great deal of money. And I came out here a couple, 2-3 days later and I saw all these crates stacked out here." Somebody said, "Crates? Those don't look like crates. Those look like coffins, that could hold 2, 3, 4 people." Well, these have all disappeared, and now there's new people coming on the internet saying that there's warehouses flooding full of new caskets. Here are those new caskets flooding into warehouses. I could show you more pictures of them, but why waste my time? You can clearly see plastic caskets are flooding into America by the millions and millions and millions. For what? For who? For when? For why? Why are caskets flooding into America, and where'd the other ones go? Where'd they disappear to? What's going on? Massive amounts of caskets being purchased. Did you vote for massive amount of caskets to be purchased with your money? I showed pictures of these red lines where all the flights were flying on a May 11th afternoon, when all of a sudden all of these other lines appeared out of nowhere. Anomalies in the GPS. Phantom flights from all over here and there. And they found out that some airlines were 200 miles off of course because of these GPS anomalies, because of our Earth being grabbed and pulled by this massive object in the sky. There are going to be plane crashes, of course. Yeah, that's real. That's Earth's binary star. That's the revelation that Earth has two suns. The rapture is a pole shift of Earth caused by our binary star. In order for the sun to turn black and the moon to be red, there must be four objects in the sky. There is the fourth object that casts no light, and when it gets in front of our sun, it will turn black and the moon will turn red, and we will have a pole shift of Earth. Don't tell any more people. Only 2 billion plus. No. Soon you're going to see all kinds of strange anomalies like stratospheric lightning as our binary star grips Earth's core, trying to stop it from rotating, creating plasma, all kinds of crazy auroras, crazy weather, crazy snowstorms, crazy blizzards, crazy tornadoes, crazy hail, crazy everything. Expect everything crazy to happen. This right now is happening in Russia, where the Earth's North Pole is racing towards. Clearly, Earth's North Pole starts gathering snow quickly at a very fast pace, swallowing entire civilizations. At some point, this will completely cover these buildings, and if these inhabitants stay there, they will die. They will completely be gone under, and this snow will just keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper, because this will most likely be fairly close to the North Pole before it goes into the Indian Ocean. So the North Pole is going across towards the Siberia area, and look at what you see. They're not going to tell you that we're having a pole shift. You will never hear that word on TV. Now, they won't say it, but now guys are starting to talk about it. You're starting to hear guys mention the word pole shift and polar magnetic reversals, and they're finding slick ways to do it. But the reality of it is pole shift alert. We've been out there doing it since long ago, and we're going to continue to do it for you, and continue to let you know that the North Pole is moving rapidly, and it's all the way over there where all that snow is, and all this crazy stuff is happening because of this massive object in the sky. Has nothing to do with climate change, has nothing to do with global warming or your tailpipe or your cow. This is a space-based cataclysm. Nobody can stop what's coming. Who can stop the effects of a huge planet with superior mass and magnetism over Earth? Nothing can stop a pole shift of Earth. Stock up and prepare. Okay? Enjoy life.